The whole take a knee thing was a canary in the coal mine, actually, at this point, right? I mean,
Yeah,
this
of
was like,
course. I mean, it's just so the irony is just so steep. When you know Kaepernick didn't even bring the focus to himself. He just happened to be taking a knee and somebody caught him with a phone camera, and that elevated it and escalated it. And it was as peaceful and respectful as you could possibly be. He told everybody why he was doing it. And here we are, when you don't respect somebody just peacefully protesting and you don't respect civil unrest, you get what we have now. And it's unfortunate, but a reality.
what was your reaction to Drew Brees' apology for his remarks about taking a knee, about the kneeling during the national anthem? Do you
I felt
understand
I
that?
yeah, I actually felt bad for Drew, honestly. I don't know him well, but I didn't get the feeling that I think he was trying to be positive, excuse me, and it's hard not to be tone deaf in those
Hmm.
circumstances. I've been there before. I mean, where I said something where I thought I was starting a legitimate conversation on race, and I made a tone deaf statement that I thought was accurate and honest, and I learned from it. And I think Drew will learn from it as well. I think his heart's in the right place, but sometimes there's just certain things we don't have. Being white, we don't have standing.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's hard. People are gonna. I'm gonna catch flack for this. I don't care. It's got to be pretty hard for people in your position and his position to learn lessons in front of millions of people that I would have learned in college in a quiet corner
Right.
conversation.
But you learn them, right?
Yeah,
And the benefit
hopefully.
is, even when I say something that comes across tone deaf or Drew Brees, people correct you. And having that platform gives them not only the opportunity for them to hear you and then correct you, but a chance for you to respond and to have people understand and then get to a point where you understand each other. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that, people, you know, that he said it that way and the pain that people felt because of it. But hopefully it'll lead to something stronger.
You think Colin Kaepernick kneeled in protest, he lost his job, essentially? I mean, should that have happened?
No, if he could play basketball, I'd give him a job.
Yeah,
You
really?
know, Cap,
Maybe, yeah,
we're going back here July 31st. If you can
yeah.
play, if we have a roster spot, you let me know. No, because it's just ridiculous. And, from a business perspective, it would have been great for business. But from a football perspective, it sure looked like he could play. And look, I hate when you have armchair GMs tell me who to add to my team. So I'm on that armchair talking about a football team adding Cap. But yeah, I mean every indication says he at least should have been given a shot.
What would you have done in that moment, at that time, if he were your player? How would you have handled that?
I'd hug him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back, when we invaded Iraq, Steve Nash stood up and said, "I'm against the Iraqi war," and he got criticized.
Mm.
I said, "Say what's on your mind." You know, just all these ongoing instances. That's what I've always said to my players: say what's on your mind.
It seems a shame to have a platform and then have people say, "Hey, just play basketball. I don't want to hear from you." It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're
Idiots
gonna
say that. Idiots say that.
you,
Idiots say that.
agree.
Right?
Yeah, agree. You want to hold these people to a standard as you're a role model for kids. Okay, so I have to be a good role model. I can't say I didn't ask for that. But then when I say my opinion, it's, hey, know your role. Just shoot a
No,
ball,
that's part of being
dumbass.
a good role model,
Right,
right? Being
right.
able to say what's on your mind, being able to back up what you say. Look, when you're famous or you're a celebrity or an athlete and people are listening to you and you have a platform on social media and traditional media, just like we're talking about Drew Brees,
Hmm.
you are going to get criticized by one side or the other. There is no down the middle where everybody's going to love you when it comes to a subject like this. And so you are going to get crushed by one side or the other. Being a role model means here's how you stand up for what you believe, recognizing you're going to get criticism. Cap is a role model. He stood up for what he believed, and it's unfortunate that from a job perspective, it hurt him. But he found other ways financially to really move ahead and become a brand. And so, was it worth it? Only he'll know. But I'd give him a hug. I tell all my players, I tell anybody with a platform or without a platform, because every change has to start somewhere.